Welcome, everybody, to the A&R show.
We definitely outside.
That's a fact. That's a fact. So, today we want to talk about something that just dropped today, if I'm not mistaken. Wednesday. Saw a card flyer come out from Norbes.
Little Jay. He been hinting at something. He said that he was coming up with something.
Yeah.
He had some people with him behind this concept that he been coming up with.
Yeah, he tweeted.
We didn't know what was going on, and today we finally figured that out because the card was tweeted out, and he made it clear that the battles will be judged. These guys will now have a record in this series of what's going on.
Yeah, I think it's super dope. So I want to go ahead and drop the tweet right here because he gave KG credit. He said, him and KG came up with something that he thinks really going to shake up the culture. And then they dropped Only the Strong. So Rita just mentioned it. All the battles are judged and the battle rappers will have records now. Woo! I don't know if this is good or bad. Jay Black has talked about it quite a few times on Champion, saying, pretty much, unless the battle's judged, every battle's debatable.
And it is. At this point in time, that's what we're getting. We have people constantly debating battles because they're not judged, because we don't have a final say-so. Mm-hmm. So now that we will have a final say-so, don't get me wrong, some things still will be debated and debatable. However, you have a final say-so from judges now. These guys will now have a record. And some of them are, pretty well-known. Some of them are not.
I think all of them are up and come. Some are more well-known than others. I get what you're saying.
So it's one of those things where, you're kind of, it's kind of, these battle rappers are kind of starting with a clean slate, so to speak.
Yep. Everybody's 0-0.
Yes, we know your dynamics and where you stand within battle rap as of right now, but within this series, it's a clean slate.
Right.
So you have to be able to show and prove to make sure that your record is great.
I'm really excited for one particular aspect of this thing. And I'm going to figure it out. I've already set up a meeting with Norbes. We're going to talk to him.
There we go.
Sometime
I can't be around Norbes. I can't be around him.
Well, we're going to talk to him sometime soon on the show. But I have an idea. One of the things about the battles being judged is you will have a winner. So obviously, I'm going to equate it to boxing, okay?
Right.
We've seen plenty of boxing matches where, the fight happens, the judges give their scorecards. Most of the time they get it right, but sometimes they don't. Right. So
and that's why I stated, like, some battles will still be debated, will still be debatable technically.
Yeah, and I think what'll happen is people will criticize the judges. So judges, whoever you guys are.
Shout out to the judges, whoever you guys are. You guys have a very, very tough job. I got hats off to you guys for making it possible to be able to even do that, number one, and to agreeing to doing it, because y'all about to get criticized like crazy.
I don't think they actually have judges yet. I think Norbes was saying he's going to be interviewing judges, but either way,
I think an interviewing process. Because
you can't just have.
Well, I know that, but I'm saying I really like that it's an interview process and it's not just I'm going to pull in people that I think will be good judges.
Right.
No, we're going to make sure that this process is thorough. We're going to make sure that this process is right for who's going to be judging. It's not just going to be anybody. You have to be well versed in battle rap to be able to be a judge.
Well, yeah. I mean, I think so.
You also have to be able to keep up with the content.
Let me ask you a question. Hold on, let me ask a question. Are you telling Norbes this is what he has to do for the judges, or are you saying this is what you think is going to be done?
I'm just saying there's certain things that need to be, that needs to be a part of this. Like, you need to know what these guys are dropping, what freestyles these guys are dropping on different radio shows.
No, because
you need to know why recycling is being talked about.
Because at the end of the day, so let's say somebody drops a super bananas freestyle. Shout out to Adi Boom, his I-95 freestyle, crazy. That can make you like a fan of somebody, and then you might have some bias.
But what if he recycles the bars from that free? And this is what I'm talking about. This is why you have to keep up with what these guys are doing. And if you're not keeping up with it, you may miss something that the average person may not see. And it's like, sometimes people get called out on stuff. And when battles are judged, especially on the spot judging, it's not like these guys are going to have a week or two to sit on this battle. No, you're going to get judged on the spot. So you have to know what's going on in these guys' daily lives and what they're doing and what what they're spitting recently, what they've who they've gone against. Like it's a lot that goes into it. It's not just, oh, well, I saw your last battle and, I think you were pretty cool, so I like you. Okay. No, it's not that. You have to know a lot more than just their battle rap, because a lot of these guys also do music. It's like you have to, keep up with the day-to-day and what these guys are doing, what they're talking about, who they're aiming for, like their objectives. Like you have to really go through an interviewing process, and I feel like that's a great aspect to bring on, especially with the judges. It's not just anybody. Yeah,
well, that process is going to be a thing. I don't know. I've talked with Norbes. I have some insight as to what he's going to do, but I'd rather let him speak for himself. Just in case something changes. I can't wait to
get him up here.
Yeah. So, but the main thing is, with the battles being judged, another thing you hear a lot in battle rap is, oh, I'm going to bet my man beat your guy, whatever. Well, now... gambling is a thing.
Right now,
you can bet on a battle, and you have to agree with the judge. I mean, at the end of the day, the battles are judged, so the judges' decisions will be final. So I think that's something that
that's something else that brings that level of competition.
Oh yeah,
it makes people want to fight even harder when they hear somebody saying that they're in favor of winning.
Oh, yeah, because what's going to happen, I mean, again, equating it to boxing, because that's what I look at. When I see everything's going to be judged, and I think about battle rap, the closest comparison is boxing.
Right.
So, just like in boxing, two guys, so everybody's 0-0 right now, but somebody has to be the favorite. So, you may be the more experienced person or whatever, but as this series goes on, people are going to have solid records. So now a guy, even a big name. So let's just use hypothetical names. So Mook and Lux are now 0-0. So these guys are both, who heard of them?
Right.
Now Lux is 4-0. Mook is 2-2. They're getting ready to battle on the 5th card. Well, Lux is obviously the favorite.
Right. So it makes it, it's a different dynamic now with the betting aspect of battle rap. Because people, of course, have been betting, but you kind of discuss it with people in the crowd, and it's like whoever got the most yeses, this person won.
Right.
That's you just chalk it up and say, oh, well, I get you the money.
Or you agree on judges. You agree on judges and you ask those people.
You ask those people, but
but this has a whole
series.
A
little bit different because it's a series, and it's not just, oh, I'm betting you against one battle or I'm betting you just against one card. No, you can bet against a whole series.
Oh yeah, that's wild though. I mean,
it's a continuation process.
Yeah, but you don't gamble like anybody.
I'm not a gambler.
Anybody to take a bet like what she talking about, betting on somebody for the whole series, you
and
call
I don't
me.
Mean right now.
No, it don't matter.
I'm saying like you can continue betting on people. It's not.
I got you right. You can have your favorites
throughout the series.
Yeah. So let's get into the actual card. So I'm gonna insert the card here. You guys take a look at it. But starting with the main event, Young Grizz versus Truffaut. Now, I'm not too familiar with Young Grizz. I've seen one of his battles, if I'm not mistaken. But Truffaut, got to see him at what was that? Born Legacy 8 in Cleveland.
Legacy 8.
Yeah. So I'm excited for that matchup. I want to see. I know Truffaut was supposed to battle Jack Boy on day 2 of Royalty.
That didn't happen.
So he's well rested. So, but again, the fact that the battle will be judged. What's your thoughts?
I feel like Truffaut is kind of meant for this type of environment, so to speak.
Okay.
Just kind of having that clean slate and dealing with this type of environment where he is going to be judged. I feel like that pressure on Truffaut kind of makes him shine a little bit more.
Okay.
Like with the Born Legacy.
Right.
It just makes him do a little bit more. So I'm
oh no, the last time we saw him, I'm sorry, I apologize, Truffaut. He probably gonna get right at. He was at Survivor Series versus big Brooklyn Hands.
But see, that's
put hands on the wall. That was
those type of environments make him, go a little bit harder. So I feel like with this type of pressure on him, especially he's headlining the card.
Mm-hmm.
He's not, just on the card. He's headlining this one. So for that, I feel like it's a little bit more added pressure there, and because it's judged,
What you think about Young Grizz? Like, you think he has a chance? Hold up, where is this? This is going to be. This is actually in Cali, okay.
In Cali.
All right, so.
But I feel like Young Grizz has an opportunity to show and prove. You get what I'm saying?
Okay.
They both do. Honestly, you guys both have an opportunity to show and prove what you're worth.
Yeah.
Headlining a card like this.
I think Young Grizz is actually from the West Coast, though, so it's a home game for him. So even though both guys are 0-0, I would think Young Grizz.
In their own aspects.
No, I was just going to the judging side. I would think Young Grizz would have to be the favorite. It's surely because he's at home. You know what I mean? So looking at this, it's funny because now I'm actually looking at the whole card, and unfortunately, we're not well versed in every one of these guys, so we can't go through the whole card. But looking at it, looking at some of these names, I know Dev the Demon is from the West Coast. I actually just saw him battle Deotta Hennyman on iBattle. We're going to review that battle. Yes. Chase Paper, we saw. He was at
Chase Paper. He's
he was at Born Legacy. Billy Boondocks I've seen, and So Severe. Real name Brandon I've heard about.
Him,
yeah,
but I haven't seen him.
Me neither. He's going up against LL Cool G, who I've seen before.
Right.
Cali Smooth versus Stretch Mills. Not too familiar with either one of them.
Stretch Mills I've heard of before.
Okay. And then Smooth the Jugman versus Killer Beeb. Not familiar with either one of those guys.
Sorry, guys.
So yeah,
we're gonna get in tune.
Right, but again, so this is the channel to tune into. We're gonna
get in tune, definitely, because we're looking forward to seeing you guys. So we're definitely going to check out whatever we can check out from you. So.
I will tell you this much: there's a Proving Grounds battle on here that I'm excited for.
Ooh, talk about it.
NXT versus Real Sick. Real Sick is
He's
fire.
Been making so many waves
since
he did. The new year alone. Like, I've heard nothing but Real Sick. Like, every time I turn around and I hear this kid's name, I'm like, what is going on? Like, I wasn't just hearing his name this much. Now it's like, I'm being bombarded with
He had a drop versus Spade, I want to say, which was on Red Dot 3 on URL. It was crazy. I think I actually edged Spade that battle 2-1. However, Real Sick was fire.
Right.
I know he was on the Premier Battles, the card with John and Shotty.
Yep.
So that he was fire on that. I think he won that battle clearly. And NXT is dope.
He's dope.
Yeah,
it's crazy right now. I like that matchup right now.
Yeah, me too. Like, I think this is good as a Proving Ground battle.
It is.
This is one of those battles where the winner of this, and again, if I'm not mistaken, it's going to be judged. I don't know if the PGs are judged as well, but I think so.
I would hope the PGs are judged.
Yeah, so if it's judged, whoever wins should not be doing another PG.
That added pressure, let's get into it.
So that's something.
You gotta work hard, especially being in that position. You in the PGs,
right?
And you trying to work your way up, and you're being judged. That added pressure is everything, and I feel like if you're not ready for that, you're not ready for the next level, which is the big stage.
Well, no. So from the PGs, you go to the one-offs.
I know, but I mean the next level.
Oh, you mean farther down the road?
Right.
Yeah.
Going into the aspect of being, because that's the next goal, is being on big stages and doing big battles. And if you're not ready for this pressure here, you're not ready for that pressure.
Oh, I skipped one. Oh my! I skipped the co-main event. I apologize. I was looking like I could have sworn Jay Lopez was on this card. Drix versus Jay Lopez.
That's going to be
crazy. The co-main event.
That's going to be crazy.
Drix is a lot more aggressive. Like, Jay Lopez is very lyrical, and he has aggression too. But it's like lyrical aggression. And I know the people. Listen. Fortunately, our comment section ain't super heavy right now, but I know y'all gonna kill me in the comment section for saying this. Oh. So please let me finish. He has like the lyricism similar to Loaded Lux. So I'm not saying he's Loaded Lux. I'm saying he's very lyrical.
Okay.
But he also has that aggression like Loaded Lux, that lyrical aggression. So I'm not saying that Jay Lopez is Loaded Lux, but what I'm saying is, that's a comparison. Like, so I want to see how this battle works out. Like, Lopez says a lot of stuff that can go over heads. So being judged, the judges now, if I'm not mistaken, it's going to be 3 judges. You might have somebody who's super bar heavy who catches every single thing, but if the other 2 are into punches, Lopez may take losses. And it's like in boxing, again, you have certain judges who prefer aggression.
A certain type of style, right?
Right. Well, so the two opposites are aggression and ring generalship.
Right.
So somebody like Mayweather who can fight off his back foot, people say all the time, it's a thing, oh, Mayweather only runs.
Right.
Well, it's not running, it's ring generalship. He's controlling the ring.
Right.
So somebody who's super bar heavy or who has these multis and layered punches.
Yeah, they may like it, they may not like it. It may be their thing, it may not be their thing. It may be something they catch, and may not be something that they catch.
So I want to see how Lopez adjusts to being judged right then and there. I think this judge thing, this is gonna be
a
dope.
Great dynamic for these guys. I can't wait to see who else decides to step into this ring and decides to say, you know what, I'm willing to, have a record down. And I don't want it to just be debatable.
Speaking of
what?
My bad, y'all. But something that you just mentioned. Mm-hmm. I wonder if some of the bigger names might be willing to step onto the stage of judge battle. So you think about some classics. I want to think about matchups that have already happened. That way nobody's like, T-Top and Rum Nitty.
Okay.
Imagine if that battle's judged.
Right.
Because when you think about it, right? So in the building, Nitty was doing well in the first. T-Top did well in the first. Most people edged Nitty. Nitty's second blew the roof off the building. But then T-Top's third
was crazy.
Shook the culture.
Right.
So it's like you might have like a 10-9 round, then a 10-8 round for Nitty's second. But T-Top's third, if that's a 10-7 round, like what happened? Like, so I'm excited about the fact that they're gonna be judged. Like that just has me excited. Like, but I'm curious if
I can't wait to see who else steps into this realm and
Yeah.
decides to say, you know what, I'm going to step into this series and I'm going to be a part of this and I'm going to make sure that I'm judged from here on out.
It's like it's so many aspects to it because you think about somebody like, I'm gonna use my guy Twerk because I know he won't be mad. You gotta be careful, man. These battle rappers, they'll block you in a minute. Let me use Twerk. Think about somebody like Twerk. Imagine if all 2020, every one of his battles is judged, right? And let's say even if he does well in all of them, but he loses 6 out of 10. So he's 4-6 going into 2021.
Right.
That could change people's money. Like, I don't know. Like,
that could change your money, but
no, because think about it. Are you gonna want to pay to see somebody who loses? As a fan,
are you going to continue betting on him?
No, forget about the betting part. I'm talking about his money as a battle rapper. If your status, if you're, and again, I don't know what Twerk makes, so I'm gonna use an astronomical number. So let's say Twerk makes $100,000 a battle right now.
Right.
Right. If he goes 4-6. Next year, he can't say, I need $100,000 per battle.
Right. Or I need more.
Right. You can't do that. It's like, you're losing. You're on a losing streak.
Right.
So I think, again, it's added pressure to bring it because imagine if he goes 10-0.
Right.
Now instead of $100,000, now I need $150. I was undefeated last year. So I think, this is gonna be a thing, man. Shout out to Norbes and KG.
Also plays into Champion of the Year, I think.
I mean, it can. I definitely like can.
That right there also will help people stop.
It'll help clear things up. Yeah, but, the thing is, though, remember, Champion of the Year doesn't just use URL.
Well, I know that, but I'm saying that's also an added factor to help people stop grow.
Oh, yeah. But, I mean, you wouldn't have a way to compare, let's just say, Sharon, who does a battle on URL. You wouldn't have a way to compare him. Let's say he goes debatable 10-0 on KOTD versus Twerk, who went judge 10-0. Like, how do you, so, again, I mean, I don't know, in Champion of the Year.
It just helps people stop grow. So, not saying that
for Champion of the Year?
All aspects does. What doesn't? If you're doing well in a lot of different aspects, does that not help your stock grow? Does that help you out? Is it not a good look?
So, I think it helps your stock grow, yes. But I think as far as Champion of the Year is a separate bag. That's all. That's all I'm saying. Like, your overall point of increasing your stock, obviously. But for champion of the year, I don't think. Well, I mean, I don't know. That's a. You know what's funny?
Listen,
that's a Jay Black problem.
I just feel like it's a good factor. It's something that's positive. It's going to help out, of course, especially if you're coming and you're showing up and you're doing what you're supposed to do.
Yeah. So, because at the end of the day, that's what we want.
Right.
We want these guys. We want every single battle rapper, from the biggest in the world to the guy, right, to the guy who's starting right now.
Come out and it's a dog fight and everybody got to win. That's it.
Right. Well, yeah, a dog fight, but I want everybody bringing their A game at all times. And I think if you know that it's going to be judged and you're going to have to hold this L. So Averb and Gems happened. It was judged. Gems won the battle. So no matter what people say about Verb or what people say about Gems,
it was judged. That's it.
Right. It was judged. Verb has to hold that L. So, you know what I mean? I think it's just going to be a good thing. So I'm excited for it. I don't know if we'll be in the building for that. That's on the West Coast. We haven't been out there yet, so I don't know. But I do appreciate, last thing, it's March 14th. They dropped a flyer today, February 5th. That's a month and some change notice.
In advance. So
yeah.
For everybody that,
yes.
If you're interested in going, you have a month to plan this out. A full month. It's not 2 weeks. It's not a week and a half. It's not a day before. You have a full month to plan this out.
So I appreciate that. So anyway, I'm excited for it. The Only the Strong series. It's judged. It's a series. I want to know how many events are going to be in the series. I have a lot of questions. So, Norbes, when we get down there,
I can't wait to chit chat with you and gain some more knowledge on this topic and this subject and this.
I want to know about this series. Yeah, that's what I want to know. And Norbes, you're gonna be in a hot seat when we get down there because I got some questions that I got to ask. But anyway, we're gonna leave it right there. It's the A&R show.
Peace.